Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2020 Heartland Mallard M260. This is a big rear bath model. You have the super slide on the off-door side, really opening up this main living area. Now, of course, because this is a new 2020, you will notice the lighter, updated wood, and I, for one, love it. I know a lot of manufacturers have done that kind of in the fall, for the fall 2020 models, if you will, and Mallard has followed that trend as well. Everything is lighter, everything is brighter, and this, in my opinion, is an awesome floor plan. So what you'll see is here you have the big L-shaped kitchen, plenty of countertop space, lots of prep space. You have all this right here, plus a recessed cooktop with the glass cover, plus you have these sink top covers here, so prep space all the way around. You'll also see two electrical outlets in the kitchen, so plenty of availability to plug in coffee makers, toasters, blenders, whatever else you need to plug in. The kitchen sink, as I mentioned, with the sink top covers, you can flip those over. You have excellent cutting boards there, 60/40 split bowl sink, high-rise pull-out faucet, so that way it does make it easier to wash and rinse those dishes, and I love a pull-out. I use it a ton at home. I also like the modern, sleek look they used. If we drop down underneath, I'll show you the storage real quick. So you have two drawers on this side. Can see that, another drawer there, making our way around a little bit. Underneath the sink itself, plenty of space for a trash can. Another bank of 3 drawers, so plenty of drawers in the kitchen space. Now this cooktop just folds up and back like so. That way you can access those burners. The front one is high output. It's Furion. If you haven't seen it before, you are now. The knobs light up like that. And you have the oven underneath if you want to do some baking. This backsplash is not just a sticker, it actually is a board, so that way it's easier to clean. It's not gonna, wear down like a wallpaper or anything, so I am happy about that. And as you take a look up top, you will see the hood here with the light and fan, microwave, storage all across the top. Again, kind of more modern doors. I like the styling of the doors. I think they did a great job. Thermostat is located on this wall. I do want to point that out. That does control both your ducted AC and your heat. And kind of wrapping up the kitchen space is the Dometic fridge freezer combo. A ton of room in here. This one does run off both propane and electric and has automatic switchover. Making our way back a little bit further, you get into the entertainment center. One of the reasons I love this floor plan is because your entertainment center is directly across from your sofa, so that way you don't have to crane your neck. And I love when manufacturers set it up that way. Also, you'll see kind of like the shiplap in the back, a pretty cool added feature there, a little more decorative. The connections for your TV here, multimedia center underneath. Now, you will see these old style connections. I know, it should be an HDMI port. You'd think by 2020 models they could make it happen, but a lot of the component manufacturers, you see this one is Furion, are still using the older audio-video cables there. But regardless, it is a DVD player. You can still watch a movie, just, not a Blu-ray. But this does control the speakers in here as well as outside, and it's Bluetooth capable. Right down underneath, you will see some storage, perfect for your DVD collection. And one of my favorite parts about the Mallard, and they have continued to keep this, is your central vac. A lot of times you don't get this until you get into a higher end fifth wheel. It comes with just about every Mallard. You have your central vac system, plug it in, you can sweep everything up nice and easy. You don't have to bring another vacuum with you. Although if you wanted to, this floor plan definitely has the space for it, and this is why I love it. Tucked away right here, look at all of this extra storage. LED light in there, plenty of pantry space. You have a little bit of room here too for some of your taller items. Like I said, if you want to bring an extra vacuum or a broom or a mop, a Swiffer, whatever it may be, you got the space for it. Huge slider door here in the back, and it is a very large rear bath. If you like a model where, you have all this extra space, it gives you a spot to be able to get dressed, you don't have to be crammed up in the bedroom, then again, this may be a good one for you. Foot flush lever toilet. Folks, I have all the room for days here. I can hang out here for, an hour if I wanted to. Not that I would, but you definitely have the space to do so. You will see underneath, lots of storage underneath the sink too. That's something, again, you don't find very often in a bathroom. Same thing here. This is a huge cubby hole. If you want a spot for towels, you can roll up all your towels here. You have storage over here too, which is probably where I'd put them, but again, I just like having the extra storage because it's generally hard to find in an RV. You'll see huge countertops in the bathroom, of course, electrical outlet there. A part of me kind of wishes they would have put in a second sink, kind of had like a double vanity in the back. I know the toilet's there, but I still think you'd have enough room. I kind of wish they would have done that in lieu of the storage, but either way, it's still a pretty good setup. You will see mirrors all the way across the top. Good storage behind that as well. Window on the back, let in some natural light. Oh, electrical outlet, forgot to point that out. That is there. As I mentioned, you have the linen closet here, so more than likely this is where you'll put your towels, all your other bathroom goodies. But again, if you want to load this whole thing up with clothes, you can certainly do that too. And then these showers. So I'll take a step in here, folks. I am 6 foot tall, and you can see I have plenty of room. Even without the skylight, I still don't touch the ceiling. With that skylight, you can probably be 6'3" and not have to duck down to shower in here, which is great. You have the hand wand and the built-in shower curtain, just kind of like so. That clips shut. It is mold-dew and mild resistant, which is great. It just kind of, you just roll it right back up. You don't have to wipe it off or anything like that. Making our way back out, you will see that super slide, storage all across the top, decorative glass. It is backlit there. If I open it up, you can see it a little bit better. But just kind of gives it that cool little accent at night, if you will. Tri-fold sofa. So, as I said, my favorite part about this is the fact it's straight across from the TV, but also if you have additional guests, you have a place for them to sleep, because this does fold out nice and easy. This is what they'll actually get to sleep on, so it's a lot more comfortable than your standard pull-out with the, they have the big bar in your back, or an air mattress that you have to inflate that deflates in the middle of the night on you. And then making our way a little bit further up is the dinette. A couple of things here as well. It is a large table, which I like. A lot of times the dinettes aren't huge tables. This one is plenty of space here. When I sit, you can see I have a lot of space between my torso and the table, which is good. And I have a decent amount of space for my legs. Not as much as some, but still plenty of room here. Now, I know a lot of people, they see like these foldable legs and they think the table looks cheap. And I agree, it doesn't look as nice as the pedestals, but honestly, folks, I like this table set up a lot more for this reason. I can push on this pretty hard and it doesn't wiggle, it doesn't wobble like the pedestal tables generally do. You can fold these legs up and drop it down into a bed if you need that additional sleeping space. There's also an electrical outlet under there if you need to plug anything in. And you will see big, easy access storage underneath both of those bench seats. And they have the same light they've carried over from the previous year, which is kind of that farmhouse style look. So we make our way up into the bedroom. You'll notice again, this one has the big slider door, just like we had in the bathroom. It is a little tight. They have that big bathroom. It has to sacrifice somewhere to try not to get too long. And it's kind of right in here. I do have a pretty big butt, so it's a little bit harder for me to slide through, but I just, wish they would have gave me just an extra, 2-3 inches here in the bedroom. And if you take a look underneath the bed, you'll see again, plenty of storage there. You'll see the bag for your hoses. And on both sides, you have big nightstands, cubby hole, electrical outlets, wardrobes on the side, hanging rod, of course, additional storage going across the top rather than a shelf. This is closed in, so you can put your underwear and stuff up there. It's not just hanging out. The vent right up top, and you have hookups right here if you want a TV in the bedroom. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2020 Heartland Mallard M260. Up front are two 20-pound propane tanks with your cover. You'll see rails for your battery right behind that, and a battery disconnect, so you can just flip that switch and kill all power to the coach. You'll also see on the far side solar prep, so if you want solar, simply buy the portable panels, plug it in right there, and that will trickle charge your battery. Diamond plating on the front, helping to protect that front end from rocks and debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle, and the front cap on the Mallard. And even though it's up a little bit higher, you have the rock guard down below, this is still a true front cap because you will see it does wrap around to the sides. And for me, that's a pretty big deal. Generally, if you have like the 3/4 cap or nothing at all, your seam runs right down here. And as you're driving down the road and it's raining, your water's hitting right there. But by wrapping it around, you have much less chance for water penetration because the water would have to make it in through the silicone around the side and back in to get to the front. Chances are it's just not gonna happen. Plus it's gorgeous, it's easier to clean, you have LED lights in there, and there's a little air barrier, it also adds some extra insulation value. If we come around to this side, take a look at the pass-through. Covered hinge on here. Look at the size of the door. That is an extremely wide door, which means we're gonna have a lot of storage inside. It's also slam latch, and it has magnetic catches. If we take a look inside, as I promised, huge pass-through in here. A little bit smaller door on the other side, just trying to save a little bit of money there, which is fine because you don't use that side a ton anyway. You'll see a couple LED lights here. Also, power stabilizer jacks. Your controls are right in the pass-through. One will operate the front two, the other will operate the rear two. Remember, that's not auto level, just power stabilizer jack. So after you level it, push the button, they'll drop down. That will help prevent your coach from rocking around as you are moving around inside of it. Large power awning, touch a button to roll it out. Same thing to go back in. Carefree, a Colorado awning. You'll see the LED light underneath, and as you can see, it doesn't matter if it's fully retracted, partially extended, or fully extended, you can still use those LED lights. A couple outside speakers are connected to that multimedia center inside, but that unit is Bluetooth capable. Freshwater inlet located here. I would have liked to seen a bigger fresh tank. It's a little over 40 gallons, I believe, on this one. Not bad, but you know, again, you have 80 gallons of gray on here. I'll show you where those terminations are in a little bit. I just would have liked a little bit bigger fresh tank, but that's okay. You'll also see two electrical outlets, or one standard electrical outlet there in case you need to plug anything in. Wide track suspension, which is essentially a spread axle system. The great thing about that is because essentially your wheelbase is a little bit further apart, the axles are further apart, it helps reduce sway while going down the road. Also, you have aluminum alloy wheels, which are going to stay looking beautiful for years to come because it doesn't rust. Very similar to the treads on the step. Aluminum here as well, same principle, not going to rust out on you. You have the grip tape for some added traction if it is wet. This is the MORryde step above system. My personal opinion, I like the looks of this one better than the LCI version, but again, that's just my personal opinion. As far as operation, they both work very similarly. Great thing about it though, folks, I'm over 200 pounds. Look, you can see me kind of hopping up and down here. Steps hardly flex. Grab handle there as well. As this sticker shows, 2-inch thick sidewalls, not 1.5 inches on here like some of the other lightweight models, but a full 2-inch thickness. Underneath is propane quick connect, so if you want to hook up a grill, you can do that. You'll also see your rear bumper with end caps, giving you a space to store your sewer hose. Mounted to that is the spare tire. Your city water inlet right here on the back. Underneath is your black tank flush to wash out your black tank so you don't have to stick a hose down your toilet. Outside shower with hot and cold water access on the back makes it much more convenient and easy to access, and because it's normally on the off door side, so I prefer it to be here in the back. Right up top is backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera, having the prep makes it easier to install, meaning it'll save you money on labor. Coming around to the off door side, you'll see cable inlet right up top. 30 amp detachable power cord plugs in there. And as I mentioned, if we drop down, you will see one of two terminations. You'll see your black tank valve and one of your gray tank valves. That will be for your bathroom, basically. And then up front, kind of for your kitchen area, you have your second gray tank, and you will see the termination for that is located there. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2020 Heartland Mallard M260. If you're interested in this beautiful rear bath model and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.